Hi, this is Brandon with Precision Defensive Solutions, and today we've got a new optic on my VP9 and sitting on the bench. We're going to talk about it a little bit. So recently we were in a class and I got a chance to take a look at Brian Hill's 507 comp that he had put on his VP9. And I really liked the window size of it and the green in it and everything. And I went out and I decided I'm gonna try one of these out. And of course, if you've been following the channel at all, you know that I was a big fan of the Trijicon SRO, and I'd used the SRO for quite some time. And I'd been switching back and forth on whether I was going to go to Holosun or Trijicon or whatever. The one thing that kept me coming back to the SRO was the window size. Well, Holosun has answered that issue. The window size on this 507 comp is very comparable to the SRO, and in fact, with the more of a square rectangle type shape, I really like it better than just the round. One of the things that I really liked about Brian's 507 comp was that he had it in green. And like me, he had been using a red dot and started using that green. And one of the problems that I had had with green with the prior Holosuns I had used is when we were shooting in bright sunlight. And it appears to me that Holosun may have changed the tone of the green a little bit, made it a little bit more vivid, and I really like the green in this. So picked one up, started messing with it a little bit, really liked it. Got about 250 rounds through the first one on one range trip, really liked it, came back to the office and ordered another one for my carry gun. Now, yes, I have a carry gun and I have my training gun, and they match. Okay, so they match with the comp, they match, you know, the other ones at Gray Guns right now getting the trigger done, so the triggers are going to match, the grips match, everything matches. So of course, if I did one on my carry gun, I had to do one on my training gun, and so I did, which is quite an investment. So to make that investment, it really had to be worthwhile. Why was it so worthwhile? Well, let me first show you that this gun is clear and this gun is clear. So if we look at comparison, this is the 507C X2. This one is the 507 comp. So I try to get these lined up as close as I can. And if you look at the size difference, it is significant. That significant difference in that window size really kind of helps you find the dot better. It allows you to open up your vision more, see what's out around you, and be able to track things so much better through the window, not having to look around the window or over or to the sides of the optic. Really makes a big difference. Now, the 507 comp has retained the same footprint as all the other Holosun optics, or most of them anyway, which is the RMR footprint. So if you've got an RMR, or if you're using an SRO, or if you're using a Holosun 507C or 508T or an EPS model that uses that RMR footprint, this one can replace it without any changes, which is kind of nice. One of the big changes I really kind of like is all the different options that they've put into this particular one. They did design it for competition, but that doesn't mean it can't be used for everyday carry or duty use or anything. So let's look at the reticle additions that they made. Not really changes, but additions. So they maintain the 2 MOA dot. They went with an 8, a 20, and a 32 MOA circle and combinations thereof. That's huge because that gives you so many different options depending on what your vision is and what you like and what you don't like. It gives you a lot of choices, and those choices really matter when we're shooting. The better that we can see our sights, the better we're going to shoot. The better we can line up our sights, the better we're going to shoot. So having all those different options is huge. I really like the dot personally. My wife, with her vision, she really does better with the circle. So what do we get out of that? Nothing. It's all in a personal preference and how your eyes see. So that definitely is a big thing. Okay. It retained the 1632 CR1632 battery, so you'll get 50,000 hours of battery life on setting 6 according to the Holosun specs. 50,000 hours on a battery, folks, is a lot of time. Now, I'm gonna tell you, I change my battery on my optic once a year. I highly recommend that you do the same thing, just to be safe, especially on a carry gun. But if you can get 50,000 hours out of a battery, that is huge. The other thing that I like is that the battery tray is on the side. It's not underneath, it's not on top. It's very easily accessible. You know, when you don't have to take your optic off to change the battery or struggle or risk scratching your lens to change the battery, that's a big deal. It really is. So I would definitely recommend checking these things out. If you like the SRO, I think you'll really like the 507 comp. And especially with the price point, it's really hard to beat. The SROs are so expensive. These, I think, are more durable. They're going to prove to be more durable because they still have that aluminum body all the way around, just like the 507C does. So they're going to be awful sturdy. Holosun's proven track record on that. I don't think you can go wrong. So get out, check them out, see what you think. If you don't like the red or like the green, they do come in red too. So you've got that option too. Take care, everybody, and we'll talk to you soon.